everybody, this is Debo's Movie Reviews here, and this week's review will be The Godfather, directed by Francis Ford Coppola, starring Al Pacino as Michael, Marlon Brando as Vito Corleone, Robert Duvall as Tom Hagen, Diane Keaton as Kay, Talia Shire as Connie Corleone, Abe Vigoda as Tessio, James Caan as Sonny, Al Lettieri as Salazzo, Sterling Hayden as Captain McCluskey, and John Cazale as Fredo. And I gotta say, Godfather is practically one of the most iconic mafia movies of all time. One of the most iconic movies, period. I mean, talk about it's highly spoofed from movies like Mafia from Jane Austen's Mafia from 1998, but that'd be for another video. And one that inspired other great mafia movies, ones that were, especially the true story ones. Although the Corleones are 100% fictional. The only thing real is the town that in the second one that Alan gave Vito Andolini, who became Vito Corleone, went by at the island, but that's as far as I'm going to go about two, because this one's trying to reviews mostly going to be about one. And I gotta say, which was a great movie, but a somewhat decent game. I mean, it was great in 2006, but compared to the likes of Mafia 2 and 3 and Grand Theft Auto, you just can't compete. But I liked how the game and the movies intertwined, like how in the game, you and Rocco killed Trapani, who you played as in the game, planted the gun that Michael used on Salazzo. Then you had then there was one where you and Rocco, the one who kills Poligato in the movie, that is, takes that cartoon, Jack Waltz's horse, and then of course he got for a movie that's technically not an action movie, but you got a fair amount of shooting in it, being like the ambush on Vito after the wedding and the meeting. Then you got Michael shooting Salazzo, and that iconic ambush scene. I mean, definitely one of the most iconic ambush scenes in movies, period, would definitely be the toll booth whacking of Sonny Corleone, which I gotta say is one of James Caan's best roles. R.I.P. dude. And of course Robert Duvall, who always knocked out of the park. Of course, knocked out of the park as Tom Hagen, which I'm surprised among the Oscars was that he didn't get a Best Supporting for that movie. Because a lot of people don't even realize that was him. It's the hardcore Duvall fans like me. Well, Duvall always had epic range from like Ned Pepper to Tom Hagen to Harry Hogg in Days of Thunder. And of course, with the perfect casting, and I mean both perfectly cast in both iterations of Brando as Vito, and in the second with De Niro as Vito. Because don't think anybody who plays Vito Corleone is pretty much gonna get an Oscar, which probably happen if it ever gets rebooted, which I hope it don't, because Godfather is too perfect to be rebooted. I mean, that'd be as dumb as the Godfather 2 game. And of course, with back to the first one, old great storyline starting from like when Connie marries Carlo, who of course throughout the movie has turned out to be an abusive dick who had put the hit out on Sonny because he never moved up and all because Sonny just had his own grievances long before he beat the shit, called Connie the spoiled guinea brat, and then of course he got Michael, who was played by the great Pacino. His most reluctant, playing the reluctant son who takes over the business because after Sonny dies and Fredo was just too much of an idiot to just not was never all that bright. And give it to Alateri, who played Salazzo, because he always played good bad guys, whether in this Godfather or in Mr. Majestic, which that'll be for another review. But overall, great acting, great character development. Practically one flaw is kind of like for a period drama, they didn't have enough period songs. Kind of like, especially in the Vegas scenes where it was mentioning, where you had like, of course, the billboards with names like Martin and Lewis and such, but hardly don't see no the music or anything. It just starts off with like the wedding, and then Michael comes home from the war, and of course the relationship of like the Clemenza and Tessio, which of course that and being Fish were pretty much the most iconic roles of for both iconic roles for the late great Abe Vigoda, and then of course overall 5 out of 5. I hope y'all like, subscribe, and enjoy, and I'll keep dishing them out.